The following is a production of New Mexico State University.
Curbside collection of yard waste is, however, very expensive. Reducing the amount of yard and food waste entering the solid waste stream begins with you. It means a basic change in philosophy. We need to think in terms of reducing yard waste we generate and recycling what waste we do produce in our own backyards. Use of native plants and gravel on xeriscapes not only reduces the amount of yard waste that enters the solid waste stream, they also reduce the amount of water used in home landscapes. Water use in flower beds and gardens can also be reduced through the use of grass clippings and shredded leaves used as mulches. Grass clippings can also be returned to the lawn through the use of mulching mowers or push mowers. I prefer a push mower as it also reduces the amount of air pollution associated with gas-powered mowers. Grass clippings returned to the lawn reduce the amount of fertilizer needed for good growth, as well as the amount of clippings hauled off to landfills. Yard waste can make up as much as 20 to 30% of the municipal solid waste stream. Percentages may be greater during the spring pruning season, in the summer with lawn clippings, and in the fall when leaves are abundant. One of the most practical and environmentally sound methods of handling this waste is through backyard composting. Making compost is a speeded-up way of imitating nature's cycle of life and death. The leaves on this forest floor were deposited here last fall. Over the winter, microorganisms and various invertebrates have slowly converted much of this material into humus, a dark, loose, partially decomposed form of organic matter that not only conserves moisture, but slowly releases its nutrients for plant uptake. The only difference between finished compost and forest humus is time. Composting can occur either under anaerobic conditions or aerobic conditions. Anaerobic means without air, and the result means smelly compost. The organic matter in this sealed garbage can has no air and smells like rotten eggs. Smelly compost is not overly popular with neighbors. A few holes in the cans will help improve the situation. Aeration can also be improved by dumping the can out periodically and refilling it. Aerobic composting is the preferred method for backyard composting because it smells better and it's more efficient. Aerobic composting means in the presence of air or oxygen, which generally can be achieved by turning it periodically with a garden fork and by using some type of aerated composting bin. Almost any type of organic yard, livestock, or food waste can be composted. There are some exceptions, however, including any type of meat, fat, oil, milk, or cheese products which could attract pests, and pig, cat, or dog manures which often carry disease organisms that could infect humans. Perennial weeds like bindweed, weed seed, and diseased plants should also be excluded, as compost may or may not heat up sufficiently to kill these weeds or diseases. Properly constructed and aerated, compost will generate heat, often as high as 140 to 150 degrees Fahrenheit.
The views and opinions in this program are those of the author and do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of the NMSU Board of Regents.